is what I love. Michelle Obama wants y'all to know that her marriage to Barack Obama is just fine, fine, fine. Fine, fine, fine. You know, and I think this was happening because ever since Mrs. Obama skipped several high-profile events, there's been nasty rumors that they were planning to divorce. I think they put their house in Martha's Vineyard up for sale, but Michelle is setting the record straight. She and her brother Craig went on the Diary of a CEO podcast, and she said if they were divorcing, she'd be much more messy about it. Take a look.
If I would have the problems with my husband, everybody would know about it. Yeah. Okay, like, and let me tell you, and he would know it, and everybody would know it. I'm not a martyr. I'm not, you know. Yeah. And I would be problem solving in public and be like, let me tell you what he did.
Listen, if they were podcast now as well, so we were wait, but if they were having a problem, I'd be doing a podcast with him.
You know, I am so relieved to hear that they're not breaking up, okay? I've been praying for them every single night, that they stay together and stay strong. And because, you know, a lot of times when you're in a marriage, everything's about the kids. And you forget to date each other. You forget to take time for each other. Then the kids get grown, they get out of the house, and then you don't have anything that keeps you bonded because you've grown apart. And so many people separate. Then, you know, a lot of times then you start hearing these stories and you think maybe it's true. And, you know, the way the world is right now, I swear if the Obamas broke up, it just would be too much for me to take. I could not take that because they inspire me so much. But I also think that it's also that Michelle Obama is in her "This Is Me" season right now. This is for me season. Because if y'all think back, when Michelle Obama was First Lady, she intentionally supported Barack Obama and all of his dreams. She was a successful lawyer, and we knew she was a boss, but she intentionally took a step back behind her husband. She was intentional about being the wind beneath Obama's wings. And she used to call herself chief of family. But I feel that now Barack Obama, that they're not in the, you know, they're not in that position anymore. She's coming to her own. Like, even if you look at her hair is much, much different, okay? Much different. Michelle Obama's demeanor is different. She looks like if Barack asked her, honey, what's for dinner? She'd be like, whatever you cooking. Like, and I think a lot of people, we were talking about this, John, you mentioned, like, a lot of people feel uncomfortable with First Lady being, former First Lady being so independent. But I feel like Michelle Obama is living life on her own terms, you know? And she's just like, she's saying, I'm here. Michelle is here. You're seeing more Michelle Obama than you're seeing of Barack Obama. She is so in her boss mode. Her books sold more copies than her husband's. You know, she is speaking her mind. People are uncomfortable with that. You know, Michelle Obama, like, she cursing now. I love that. And I remember, John, Michelle Obama used to say, when they go low, I go high. Now I feel like she's saying, when they go low, I'm gonna be right there with you. I'm gonna be right there with you. I just have a feeling Michelle, and she's Chi-Town, she's Chicago. I feel like Michelle Obama, when she talks, she grabs air, she claps, grabbing air. So, you know, it automatically went to all those rumors, and I thank goodness that she's clearing it up, because like I said, if they broke up, I'd be rioting in the streets. People would be so upset. I would be in that fetal position crying on this show every day. So, yeah, I'm just saying, not that you know me, Ms. Obama, but y'all gotta stay together for us, for the culture. You really do. You cannot. We can take everybody else. You just inspire us. You inspire us so much, you know.
They give us love goals, Sherri.
They give you love goals, you know, because I'm happily single. No, marriage is not on my mind. But when I look at the Obamas, I remember when I was co-hosting The View and they came on, it was Jill Biden, Joe Biden, President Obama and First Lady. And he was saying something, and we asked her, well, what do you think? And she said, what he said. And I thought that was such a strength move because of who she is, a successful lawyer, for her to intentionally step back and go, this is about my husband, not about me. Because if you would have said, Sherri, what do you think? I'd have been like, well, I'm glad you asked. Finally, somebody is asking me what I think. So I've always looked up to her, and I think she's a great example for young women and young girls to look up to.
You know, we
even in this
we used to watch The Cosby Show, which was a fictional characters, but she's like our real Claire Huxtable, you know?
Yes, very much so. Very much so. You know, she was very classy. Remember, didn't she give George Bush a piece of candy?
They like BFF.
Yeah, they like, you know, very classy. But now I see this, I like this Michelle Obama, you know, how she moves. She did boots on the ground. I mean, she did boots on the ground line dance with Tina Knowles. So thank you, Michelle. I love that you have cleared this up and you are easing my stress level. I really appreciate it. Rock the braids, rock the braids, rock the braids.
We're gonna have a good time.